What is RuneScape? By the way, scoop away. We'll keep those goddamn hippies away. Guys, RuneScape is a third party perspective in a fantasy world that is actually really cool. That has an economy, is kind of like almost like you are the main character, you are the hero in the story, where everything that you collect on the game in your bank account is just as valuable as the shit that you own in real life, except there's no strings attached, right? Because let's say if you in RuneScape you could get banned, right? But as long as you have like decent etiquette, you're never gonna get banned. You know, just like in real life, you could wind up in prison. You know, if you die on RuneScape, you just go back and do it again, right? You spawn in Lumbridge or wherever you decide to set your spawn location, and you go back and get your stuff and do it again. And there's rare items in the game, like holiday items that show status, you know, show some level of like basically, you know, RuneScape is like life, but like 5 million years in the future. Is like magic exists. There's runes that you can cast spells and shoot fireballs at your enemies. It's actually something really cool that I think everyone could get into. If you learn to see it that way, if you learn to see it as a bird's eye point of view of it's like a third party perspective on you fight dragons and get epic loot. You know, you could kill dragons and get like crazy items that are expensive and rare that other players want to purchase. You could like raid through dungeons. Now, when you really get into the meat and potatoes of RuneScape, it's all like very repetitive stuff. But I'm playing right now. If I could show you guys, I'm playing RuneScape right now as I'm making this video. RuneScape sometimes is a nice game that you can make progress on the game while you do other stuff in your life. Like, it's called AFKing. And then while you watch, you know, take classes or watch while you like take classes or watch videos, listen to music, you know, you can you know, it's always fun to sit back, crack open your favorite CD. Like Linkin Park is like the funny meme associated with RuneScape. because when RuneScape was most popular, Linkin Park released their album Hybrid Theory. That's when most of the people that play RuneScape today started playing around that time as kids. It was like me and my friends at school started playing RuneScape around 2006, 2007. So, yeah, like RuneScape is kind of like you would refer to it as like a third party perspective. It is even better than a first than like seeing it through your own eyes. Because if you have to fight a big dragon in real life, there might be like consequences. In RuneScape, there's no consequences for anything that you do. If you like die to like, if you get like attacked by like a fucking snake, you know, you just like die in real life. But on RuneScape, you just run past the snake and it hits you for like a little bit of damage. Or you might even die, but you just go back and do it again, and you don't like, there's no consequences. So, is like the simplicity of the graphics is what makes it like a wonderful, and like the kind of like, for RuneScape 3, or what they now call just plain old RuneScape, is the gayness of the graphics is what makes it like enjoyable, you know. It's a very charming and lovable game that a lot of people poured a lot of energy into, a lot of capital, like heart into, to make this game possible. And I'll never take it for granted. You know, no matter how successful I am in my life or how successful I get, I will always have RuneScape in my life. You know, I will always have RuneScape in my life. And is like, if I'm a multi-billion-dollar CEO, I will always have time for RuneScape. You know, to log in for like a couple hours a day is like, you know what I'm saying? Is like, that's something really that I'm grateful that I'm able to do. I've made millions in my real life. I've done drugs, drinking, partying. Friends, had like a lot of friends. Had like, you know, um, but RuneScape is right up there at the top of, probably is my life's passion. Is, if you give me an infinite supply of drugs, right? I wouldn't do none of that. I would play RuneScape, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, my drug of choice is RuneScape, and that's basically what RuneScape is all about. Is like, you know, is meticulously crafted for your enjoyment to be like just RuneScape is awesome.